it's me. And it's Tommy Talks Tape. And today we have a very interesting match to discuss, to say the least. Today I'm joined by Rosh, who is the wrestler in the match. Oh, you're on this side of me. Hello. Hi, Rosh.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Mr.
Did
Mastodon.
you say I was the wrestler in the match? I
Yes.
thought that was your job.
Yes, but we weren't the story of the match. You know who the story of the match was, Rosh? Segue. There he is.
The true
There's-
hero of
you
this
guys
match
are-
and every match.
Up there.
Yeah, and you're down there.
Down where?
Down there. Look at it. Oh, right. Wrong group.
Whoa. Those are the views of Rosh and not necessarily those of 90.3 WESS or East Stroudsburg University.
That is fair. So we got Matt Deuerlein in, referee, and he is the story of the match. Rosh, why is Matty D the story of this match?
Well, Tommy Vecs, the story of this match was you and I didn't want to. I'm sorry. We did. We had a very serious professional wrestling NWA style match starring Matty D, featuring Tommy Vecs and the Mastodon. Because when you have Matty D in your match and you are at the sanctuary, nothing but serious wrestling is going to occur.
Absolutely.
Pile drivers, fists, headlocks.
Open the fist up.
Tie-ups,
Uh-huh.
headlock takeovers,
Uh-huh.
noogies,
Uh-huh.
purple
Very
nurples, toe
Uh-huh.
holds, those things, super kicks.
I don't
Everybody
remember most of those things happening in this match.
I honestly just don't remember much from excessive amounts of drinking and concussions.
Okay. That's a weird
Fair
flex.
enough, right? You know,
Matty D, do you have any memory problems from excessive concussions and drinking?
None of the above. I've only ever gotten, it's fine, 15 years, 18 years, however long I've been reffing. No concussions in the ring.
Huh.
Spend 10 minutes on a trampoline with John Salinas' kid.
And how'd that
every
go
time,
for you?
man.
One
that's
concussion.
hardcore right there.
Johnny Toxic Jr., baby.
That was a fun day.
So
Fantastic.
anyway, Rosh was having a pretty bad day. Matt
Terrible day.
was also not having a very great time.
Not
due
even
to
a little.
time
Welcome to
constraints.
Hazleton.
So we decided that it would be a great idea to just go fuck around. Just kind of.
Honestly, Tommy and I just wanted to record an episode of Tommy Talks Tape with both of us on it so we could both pull our shenanigans. And I was in a terrible mood because the long-term story that I was telling, my opponent decided not to show up. And I was...
He probably had car troubles or maybe a flat tire on the way, or maybe there was a sick dog, or
Maybe his van caught on fire. You don't know.
yeah,
But
you know
what? I like to channel my inner Bob Ross on this, and we painted a happy little tree out of that sad little situation.
Well, I don't like all
Because-
that positivity. Not
Oh,
all
trust
my
me, this is
stuff.
where it stops.
Yeah, the positivity stops, and the car wreck of violence begins.
In our very serious professional wrestling match.
Yes, sir. Worthy
I'd
of
say-
the NWA of old.
I would say maybe even the AWA.
The WCCW of Texas. Absolutely. We could have been stars in Texas with this match.
Dory Funk Jr., Fritz Von Erich, Vern Gagne
Uh-huh.
would have given this match 8 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
That is
Absolutely.
probably about fair. So, why don't we go ahead and get rolling on this, shall we? There we are. Yes, buy my shit. Buy my shit.
I love that I make a graphic for every match, and for yours, I just made it look as cheesy and infomercially as possible.
Yeah.
It's So fitting.
And here we are. We got the Mastodon, Mr. Mastodon to me. Look at you. It's spooky looking. There he is. So what was going through your head during your entrance? I have to ask as the host of the show to avoid dead air and copyright claims.
Dead air and copyright claims going through this song, this entrance, I was just like, I was actually in a good place. I was in a very good place because I enjoyed what we had put together. I just wish we would have clued commentary in on our storytelling decisions.
Yeah, that's fair. Matty D, what was going through your mind during Rash's entrance?
Thank fucking God I'm in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must mean the show finally started.
Yeah, 5 o'clock doors open. Doors open at 4, bell time 5, and we really begin closer to 7.
Well, I mean, the bell probably technically did ring at 5, but
to be fair,
the problem was we couldn't find the bell.
That's fair. Oh, copyright claims.
Copyright claims, so we got to keep talking over these jackwagons and their music, despite the fact that the Sanctuary consistently reminds all of its performers to have copyright-free music so that we don't have copyright claims put against us. That's okay. Tommy doesn't need to follow the rules.
I do whatever the hell I want. And if you take a look at me, what's going through my mind is, damn, it's cold in here. This church is a very cold place.
Oh, it was absolutely freezing this day. So that's why Tommy's coming in the ring wearing 3 layers. No less than 3 layers.
And then the poor girl. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's Lucha. A Lucha type beat there. And the poor girl there is wearing like, nothing. Freezing her ass.
Chose that.
That was her choice, though.
She could have easily worn like a Sherpa. You know?
Yeah. She had enough time to figure it out.
Ample amounts. She could have sat in the car with the heater on and not been cold still.
And I tried hybrid. Therefore, there would be no gas wasted.
I know one of them has friends and the other one doesn't.
Wait, who doesn't have friends?
I don't know. That's what I was pondering amongst myself.
Commentary by Maestro of the High Tension Network and Brian of Tornado Tag Podcast.
Yeah, podcast.
Maybe a French vanilla cappuccino.
That's true. My phone's in there. In fact, the turkey gobbler is going to be.
Now, did I? Oh.
You're going to get me distracted with food here.
What the hell am I doing?
Serious wrestling is what's going on right now.
Trying to stay warm. I'm measuring up my man.
Focused right now, though, because this is a tough draw. The Mastodon.
Yeah, tough draw. Tough draw.
Yeah.
You can hear how annoyed I am.
Oh yeah. No, we had to stop because you had to take your watch off and had to do it in a very sexy way. Yep.
Yeah. Of course.
Drape that over your shoulder, all 10 ounces of plastic that it is, you know.
It's not plastic. Solid steel.
Solid gold, right?
Matty D all alone with the fight.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go solo.
Had no chance. Mastodon just asserting his will.
You definitely cannot match strength with the Mastodon. One of the strongest and biggest competitors here we have at the Sanctuary.
Sorry, I just wanted Maestro's put over to get in there in its entirety. So what we've got going on here is literally Tommy and I challenging the officiating nature of our safety official by challenging his ability to count, and so what if you do?
Look at that hug. Matty D, how many times have you been hugged in a match?
Not enough.
Many.
Oh.
Not enough.
Well, now I'm disappointed.
Give hugs, not drugs, kids.
Listen to them chanting for me. I love this a lot, too.
So as you see, I'm slowly losing control of this contest.
Did it start when I had Tommy in the corner immediately at the beginning and you counted to 5 and I said, or what?
It actually started when I yelled 3, 2, 1, fight. I lost complete control.
I think when the music hit is when the control was lost.
Absolutely.
Accurate.
Especially if that means
I think when we were outside calling
I'll
this
take the count.
monstrosity is when control was lost.
That's why we're up here and they're down
No,
there.
that's when control was gained.
I try to be
Oh.
as Mastodon as possible.
At least by the three of us.
I don't like pain. It hurts me.
So there's a great spot here that the camera misses and commentary misses as well, where Maddie and I are having a discussion where he's like, why don't you go out there and get him? And I said, if I go out there, he's going to run around, and I'm going to chase him, he'll slide in, and when I slide in, he'll stomp on me. See how wrestling works? I'm not stupid. And then Tommy comes and hits me in the
He
back.
had my plan, but he trips.
I felt like I had a solid strategy on that. That's for John West right there, by the way. That is a kick to the anus times 2.
Kill him and kick
He's a fan.
him in the ass.
He kicked him right in the anus. What's your old tag partner there?
Asserting his will.
Yeet.
And Tommy Vecs
How come you didn't start counting, Matt?
Great right now.
Because at this point,
Getting over heels.
I didn't care.
He's admonishing me, and actually he's forcing me to go get you.
He's doing everything he can, but
I feel like at this point, the envelope isn't thick enough to give a fuck.
you can always hide behind.
So this is actually really smart here, and I didn't notice until I watched it on tape. I take that back. I noticed it while I was in the ring. That low blow, I legitimately did not see because Rosh's jacket was in the way.
That was all in the game plan. I told him, put that jacket there, because I'm a smart worker.
It was my huevos, rancheros, and they got smushed.
I mean, very small target.
It was very cold.
Yeah, yeah, it's fair.
It just pulls in tight, you know?
Even
like
on
a
a warm
brain.
day, I struggle with that.
However, this is the payback, is that I dead-assed you on this.
Yeah, you did. Look at that.
It's a team effort here to get him back in the
It's all Mary Beth. All of it.
Until that part. Then it was all me.
No, it wasn't. It was all me. Look at me with my shirt still on, by the way. And I don't think it's because I'm fat.
A little
It's
bit
'cause
of
it was
Eddie
cold.
Guerrero there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And be careful. You almost started wrestling.
I know, right? But we don't, but we don't do that. Now, what were you saying?
You asked me if I was okay.
Oh, yeah, because I landed on your leg. That's right.
Yeah, because the extra padding in the ring in the sanctuary made my foot sink in, and I've actually seen it on the photo stills after. When you go up and around, my toes dig in, and I'm actually like tripped up underneath the canvas. So when we land, you land completely on my ankle. So I'm laying on top of you, and you're going, "Are you okay?"
I love the replays. Matty D, do you remember our conversation? The 3-hour conversation at the conclusion of the match?
Not aware of it.
I'm fairly certain I was waving to Jesus.
Oh, that's right. You were waving to Jesus. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because he killed me. I was dead. And I am a very good human being. So heaven is where I'm going, clearly.
Clearly.
Obvi.
I'll triple stamp the double stamp.
And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I broke Matty D. Or Rosh broke Matty D with his, I'm going to kick him in the dick.
So twice I've had the pleasure of having Matty D be my safety stunt official at the sanctuary. And I leaned over to Matty D and I said, I'm going to step on his dick.
Yeah,
And then
maybe that's what broke it.
Proceeded to stomp. Yes. So if there was a breakage, I'm willing to bet the I'm going to step on his dick comment was the breakage. But
And I pride myself on not breaking and trying to make people break.
it's hard, man. I try, like, especially every time I've had you as a referee, you know my feelings on my hierarchy list. You're at the top. And to get you to break is not an easy thing. So I put that feather in my pimp cap happily.
That's it. I try to make Tommy break every time I'm in the ring with him.
That is
every
my
single
goal
time.
to you too. And it's very easy to make me break because, like, I don't care if I break, I guess. Whereas you being a ref, it's a little bit different, and you try really hard, and I always fail to make you laugh. So I just don't think I'm funny.
I'll endorse that.
My biggest regret is that we didn't relay the fact that we were going to make Matty D the star of this match.
Yeah.
We didn't relay that to the commentary team because
they
they
didn't
missed out on a good time had they been clued into the joke. Not
I
the
blame the booker.
story.
I did hear him at one point because I didn't count for Tommy after I didn't count for you, and they did pick up on that.
Well,
Yes. But yeah, the whole idea was what happens when a referee makes that like immediate out the gate, hey, get him out of the corner. Or what?
Yeah, what the?
Or what? What
You're
are you
gonna
going to do about it?
Gonna disqualify me? I'll just go get in my car and
Cool. Disqualify me. We'll wrap this up. We'll all go home, you know? And
well,
then-
not all of us, because Matty D was iron reffing that, and he was
No.
stuck there.
Lance did show up.
Oh, that's right. Lance was late to that one.
Well, you had main event, so you have to stick around all night anyway.
Yep, I did have the Impeccables and the what do they call themselves? The
The
Flatmates.
flatmates.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I tried to put that on early so
Yes.
that if you needed to leave, you could. But I got overruled via politicking. I'm sorry. I tried to give you the out so you could get out of there at a decent time and not have problems. But you know,
And I'll drive home in my gear to make it home for bedtime.
we could salvage things. But
Yeah, how'd that go?
I
that is
made
not
it.
the nature of the beast in independent sanctuarying.
No, definitely not. I mean, Avery was still awake when I got home. She shouldn't have been, but she was.
Just
You know, if
imagine
she
how I
would have been in the
felt.
building, she would have been the second most responsible person there. Behind you, of course.
Tommy, would you agree with that?
That's 100% fair.
You know Avery. You know.
Well, oh, yeah,
how,
no,
you know how responsible she is.
A grown adult.
Compared to what we had that day, yes, absolutely.
I feel like
Fair.
you can pick any wrestling locker room in the United States, and I will stand by those comments. If Matty D is there and Avery is there, we know the two most responsible.
Yep. Number one and number two most responsible people there.
And
So
like,
at the sanctuary, and then there's a chasm of difference, you know.
yeah, you can argue which one's number one and which one's number two, but beyond that, no argument.
I live it every day. I argue it myself.
So, my favorite segment at the end of each show, I like to rate my matches. And today, we're going to go on a scale of 10, and we are going with rule books because fuck the rules.
Fuck the rules.
That is, in my opinion, a 10 rule book at a 10 rule book match.
I'd give this a solid 27.
27. That's a lot of rule
27
books.
rule books.
Alex, have
Um,
fun with that one.
The
I will go with 37
Oh, that's a
in a
lot.
row?
Wow.
in a row.
Wow.
Someone got that.
It's just going to be all rule books.
Nothing but rule books.
I can't
This
wait.
is a whole library of rules.
Make sure you don't read any rule books on the way to the parking lot.
God damn it.
You get back here.
Well, anywho, we've been holding everybody up for about 20 minutes now.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I
which
went
is-
2 hours with Moran the other day. We did an Iron Man match. So, you know,
Tuh.
podcast forever.
You get it? Like the fight forever. I'm funny. Anyway, Rosh, where can people
for it.
find you on the internets?
People can find me on the internets at Rosh Dang It, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll be honest, I'm barely on Twitter. It's probably best I'm not. You can find me on YouTube at Rosh Coke. That's my whole name, Koch. But just go to my Facebook. There's links for everything there. And then go buy my stuff on TeePublic, please. I need money. It's like almost Christmas, and I haven't worked all year. So alms for the poor.
That sounds like a you problem. Now, Matty D, the responsible one with a job and a family. Where can people find any of your fun things? Podcasts, anything you do?
So, you can always see me reffing for True Wrestling out of Berwick, Pennsylvania, and Excite Wrestling out of Johnson City, New York. Recently, I got to ref Tommy Vecs against Jordan Oliver. I won't say how that went because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and you know that you're reffing me because if anybody else's name was next to it, I'd say, hey, Matt, can you be my ref?
I assigned the refs for that show like last night or 2 days ago. So, yeah, Tommy Vecs, Jordan Oliver was a great match.
It was fantastic. 5-star. I would rate it on Tommy Talks tape scale. I don't know what I'd rate it out of because the episode didn't happen. But it was probably like 36. So you can put 36 anything you want right here, Alex.
You can also check out on Twitter at The A Show on CKCC. Chris Decker and I do a podcast where we have guests and we pick a year and a promotion and we do a fantasy draft and then we build a card. And you vote on the Twitter as the listener for who you think had the best card. Right now we're in our Tournament of Champions for the fall 2021 season. I'm already out. I lost to the Boar, but it's respectable to lose to the Boar. And presently, my buddy Sean Mernon of the Bowling Green Hot Rods out of Kentucky, their play-by-play guy, is up against Ed Cody from the podcast Pod Van Dam. And there may have been multiple deaths in their Wrestling Society X shows.
Oh, Wrestling Society X. That was some good shit.
Fantastic. I miss Wrestling Society X.
Let's just say we have to do a Patreon version just so we can air everything.
So the one way that I could see to win it all in that show is to book Rosh the Mastodon versus Tommy Vecs with Matty D as the referee.
100%. We win all. We win all.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,037 in a row %.
Well, anyway, we've wasted enough of our lives here. I never know how to end these things. So, like,
don't let them live on forever.
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah.
You're not Terry Funk.
Forever.
Stop it.
Although I will be singing She's Got Barbara Streisand's Nose until forever because that song popped in my head today. Now it's stuck there on repeat. So look up Terry Funk. She's Got Barbara Streisand's Nose on YouTube. You're welcome.
Well, I'm just going to sit here forever. The show is just never going to end.
Well,
Fantastic.
You should sit there forever. You live there. Like, you're in your home, right?
That's fair. That's fair.